Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Cho, a physical therapist. And yes, I am your alternative healthcare career coach. Today, we're going to be talking about how to launch your own working capital program in under a day. We'll be back in a few seconds with Jaime and Ethan of Flychain. We'll be back.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Premiumbeat.com.
We are back. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, that is HelloNote. Use HelloNote.com if you need electronic medical records documentation in your system in your outpatient clinic as a physical therapist. Well, again, if you're watching live, comment live. Watching on a replay, comment replay. If you were watching on the podcast or on the listening on the podcast and watching on YouTube. Well, anyway, before I keep on going, well, my camera is not working, but I'm just gonna have to read this now, ladies and gentlemen. As if I can't read right. It says here. All right, where did that go? Everybody isn't supposed to understand your vision, ladies and gentlemen. So I just love this calendar that I got from 5 and Below. There's so much stuff there, right? And it says here, everybody isn't supposed to understand your vision. And if you are sharing your vision to people, everybody, you're sharing to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your enemy, not everybody will understand your vision. So understand that everybody is not going to like you. If everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong, right? But if you know that somebody is a hater, they don't like your vision, your mission, your goals in life, it means you're doing something right? Even Jesus Christ himself, right? He got a lot of haters. So everybody isn't supposed to understand your vision, only you and the people that you're going to serve, okay? So you just keep pushing, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But tonight we have a special guest. Our special guest is Jaime. He's also Filipino. Shout out to a fellow Filipino and Ethan. So before we introduce them, I just want to talk about what they really do. Flychain enables healthcare providers, specifically home health and hospice, to receive upfront cash for their third-party payer claims without having to wait weeks or months for reimbursement. So by leveraging historical claims data and modern day payment infrastructure, Flychain, their company, offers providers like us, home health and hospice, an affordable and seamless way to unlocking the potential working capital and improve their cash flow, right? It's too long, man. Too long. Well, anyway, let me bring in our guest for tonight. The first is Ethan Schwarzbach. Gosh, come on now, man. It's so hard to pronounce that. Schwarzbach. We have a famous actor in the Philippines. His last name is Schwarzbach too. I think the Filipina Miss Universe is Pia Schwarzbach or Schwarzberg. I don't know. And then the other guy that we're introducing is Jaime Deverall. He's also the co-founder and the CTO of Flychain. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in this good-looking gentleman, Jaime and Ethan. Hey guys, what's going on in the where you at now? I know you're from New York, but could you please tell us how you can help us, home health and hospice, get some help in in
Yeah.
in our in our business?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Thanks for having us. Big fans of what you do here. Yeah, by way of introduction, I'm Ethan. This is Jaime. We're the co-founders of Flychain. And really, what Flychain is, we're a financial technology company or fintech company that has built a solution specifically for home healthcare agencies and then ultimately the employees of those agencies. A little bit about us, we're passionate about helping small businesses, more specifically home healthcare agencies, and we really aim to use technology to help our customers save money, grow their census, automate payroll, and really help and attract and retain their employees. And we can do all of this by building some really cool products. And the first product, which was sort of introduced, is that we actually enable home healthcare agencies to get paid upfront on their insurance claims. So if you're sending to Medicare or Blue Cross and have to wait weeks or months, we can give that money to you upfront. It's money you've already earned. And one thing that became obvious for us is other small businesses, if you're a pizza shop, you sell pizza and someone swipes their credit card and that money gets into your bank account because you've done that work. In this world, it takes longer. And so we're bringing that money up front that you've already earned and doing so in a way that doesn't cost too much and honestly just helps bridge payroll gaps and grow your census. So I'll pause there, Jaime. Feel free to jump in.
Yeah, like that is a great summary. The crucial thing is, in this space, big priority is obviously paying employees, making sure they're, at least you're retaining the talent, and you're only as good as how many employees you have and how many people you employ. And we talk to a lot of home health agency owners every day, and they tell us we have to pay our employees on every 2 weeks, and that payroll just stacks up. And sometimes when there are glitches on the claim side with Medicare, or private insurance is taking forever, that's just a huge pain point, because hey, you have to pay your employees in the meantime. And there are some options out there, your bank line of credit, for example. Very often that's usually not enough. I'm sure many of you tuning in have experienced it, where it's maybe you have $5,000 line of credit. It's not going to cut it for payroll. And then, so, there aren't particularly good options today. And that's what Flychain is here to help solve, is bringing those payments up front so that you can, pay your employees, you can hire more employees, which allows you to treat more patients. And that means more patients in your community treated, and you're growing your census and growing your business. So that's what Flychain's all about.
Amazing. So you mentioned about do we really need to be a home health agency? How about those outpatient clinics? Just like me, I'm an outpatient clinic. We do have a small home health, home care contract and stuff like that. So can you also help smaller business owners like me, or does it need to be a big home health chain company or stuff like that?
Yeah, we actually like working with the smaller folks better. And the reasoning for that is they tend to have greater cash flow issues. And that's really who we're passionate about working with and solving this problem for. When you get to a big kind of health network system, if you will, they have access to money from big banks and other institutions. And also they're generally well capitalized, as that's kind of their DNA. Small business owners, they're entrepreneurs, right? They're always fighting an uphill battle, and they don't get the resources, especially access to money and funding, that they need. And so, our mission is to really help those small to medium size home healthcare agencies. And to answer your question, yes, absolutely. Anyone who is submitting insurance claims because they've done some sort of medical procedure, or as simple as truly just being there with somebody. This is, in many ways, we believe that these workers are doing God's work, if you will, and trying to make sure that their employment is stable. They're being compensated fairly. And I think we can do a lot of that given, what we're building here.
Great. Because I mean, every now and then I would also interview PAs, nurse practitioners, and I think last Tuesday I interviewed a physician. So, do you also deal with other professions, or just therapists, or whoever's want to ask and quote unquote, borrow money? Is that any kind of
Yeah.
medical professional that deals with insurances?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can serve all of the areas you've just spoken about. We absolutely can serve it. And the way that we think about this is it's actually not really a credit product. And what we mean by that is you're not taking out a loan. This is money that you've already earned. You've already performed that service. Medicare or XYZ insurance provider is going to pay you some amount at some point in the future. What we're saying is, hey, you're going to earn that. We can bring it up to you today. And as long as it's an insurance provider, we have the support there.
Amazing. That's really good news for the people who are watching, especially in our alternative healthcare career group. Why? Because some of us, we really lack the insurance. A lot of people in our group, hey, Dr. Mike, I want to start my own business and I can't scale. I'm just making this X amount of dollars. Medicare hasn't paid me yet. It's been a month now. I don't know when will Medicare pay me. I really want to hire my another therapist, another PTA,
Exactly.
occupational therapist. I just don't have the resources, and this is where you come in, finding that solution to the need that we're trying to look for. So, Jaime, let me ask you this question: is it really Jaime or Jamie? I mean, I know you're Filipino, so I'll call you Jaime. But yeah.
No, it's a good question. Ethan can attest to this. Every call that we jump on, it's 99.9% the first time people say it's Jamie. And I that's my whole life. But it truly is, it's Jaime. Like when my mom named me that's what she said, Jaime. So I appreciate you like making sure, because everybody just goes in straight for Jamie. And
I know.
I don't mind, because it's, it's at this point, it's 99.9%.
There you go. My daughter, her name is pronounced Eliza in the Philippines, but here it's pronounced Alyssa. So she just got confused when she got here. I mean, somebody calling me Alyssa or Eliza or whatever. So yeah. Hey, again, thank you for those people who are watching live, comment live, watching replay, comment replay. Appreciate you, whoever you are. But Ethan and Jaime. So how do we reach? I mean, obviously we're going to reach out to you through the website and your email and everything, but what is the first step? I mean, how can we prove to you that we are doing this or doing that, and how do you make money out of it, man? So
yeah. So there's a few different products that we're building. The first is live, and that is our bringing the money in product, if you will. We call it Quick Pay. That is live, and how you reach out, you can contact us, emails, you can visit our website. And it's very simple. It's a few clicks of a button. And what we'll do is basically pull in anonymized, very HIPAA compliant client data, just billing data. And that enables us to see, how much you have outstanding and how much we can, get you up front. That's the first product. How we make money, we'll take a small fee, and it's only when you use it. So our product is entirely free. I just want to make that very clear as well. The other two pieces are a payroll solution, which we're building at the moment. And the reason why we're building payroll is actually twofold. One really unique thing about this industry is, oftentimes the healthcare providers, the individuals drive a lot, right? And so having to do reimbursement can be quite a daunting task, especially when you don't have that big infrastructure that a massive agency or network might have. And so a payroll solution that solves that and does it automatically is in the works. And then the other piece, much like we're bringing in insurance payments to get the working capital or the cash flow, meet the needs of the agencies, we can do the same thing for the employees as well. And so that's what we call earned wage access. And if you think about it, these would be your employees from the agency, probably some folks that listen to this podcast that are actually, those frontline workers, if you will. We actually enable them to do the same. So if you get paid on call it a 2-week cycle, and we know that you drive a lot too, and you might need gas money, Well, if you've worked a week of that 2 weeks, you've technically earned, weeks of wages. And so instead of waiting, instead of you going and oftentimes getting a payday loan, which tend to be quite predatory, we'll just give you a portion of your wage up front as well. And so it's really just trying to help solve the cash flow issues and meet the needs of our customers. And if you're a home healthcare agency, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback there because employees tend to like this, right? And it's a nice retention strategy as well. Plus, it puts money in people's pocket that have already earned it, and that's also a free product.
Yeah, Mike, I wanted to touch on something you said earlier, actually, around like a lot of people, you talk to your friends being like, oh, if only I had enough money to hire this PT or this extra staff. That is such a common theme in people we talk to, where they actually have the patients coming in, and maybe they've set up some referral channels, and so business is good. It's just really that, like, getting started. Like it's just like hiring those first few employees. That's where the cash flow problem comes in, and that's where Flychain is like perfectly poised to help, right? Is by bringing those insurance reimbursements forward. Now you can have the confidence to make that hire without, worrying about, am I going to make payroll? It's like, no, like instead of having to wait a few months, you bring it forward, and now you can hire that person. That means that you can now take on those extra patients that have been at your door, knocking at your door, and then you can generate more claims. And then you can bring those claims forward. So it's like a virtuous cycle, right? It just needs, Flychain is there to help get that virtuous cycle started. And as Ethan mentioned, really all that we need for that is we just work with you and we get your billing history, and based on that we can just start advancing these reimbursements.
Amazing. I love that, moving forward, we are talking about that. But before we keep on moving forward, somebody said, whoever this is, Facebook user, you're such a Facebook user. It says, funny, here in Chicago, we just use guns, right? Whoever you are, stop using that guns there, right? So but who he or she just said kidding, so, right? Let me ask you, Ethan and Jaime, why Flychain? You guys are the founders. You're the CEO. What does CTO means, by the way? Chief Technological Officer.
That's it. You got it.
There you go. See, and then Ethan mentioned the word fintech. I've been wondering, what is fintech? Somebody made technology in Finland, because in the Philippines, Nokia was like a big phone, so everybody's made in Finland. So now I know financial technology. Is that it? So
yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, that's it's kind of a common buzzword these days, but it didn't used to be, and it used to just be called financial technology. But yeah, it's payment systems. If you've ever used a bank, sent money via Venmo, Cash App, anything like that. That's all kind of broadly fintech, if you will.
Okay, so why Flychain? Is there a reason why you name it Flychain? You saw a fly and there's a chain, or
yeah. There's kind of two reasons. The first was I was brainstorming names, and the whole nature of what we do is to try and create a flywheel effect. And Jaime kind of alluded to that, where our agencies win because they're able to make payroll, grow their census, et cetera. In the earned wage access and payroll piece, they're able to save a lot of time and money, on recruitment and retention strategies, but also actually running that payroll and doing it. And so the idea here is it's a flywheel effect where rising tides, raise all ships. The chain piece is we do this by linking a whole bunch of different things. And there is this concept that, I don't know if the APIs are popular in our world, but basically what it means is we're able to pull data from one piece of software into ours and do something really cool with it. And because we're pulling in claims data and banking information and payroll information, we chain everything together and to create the flywheel effect. The other funny anecdote here is I went to go buy the domain name when I first came up with this many months ago, and flychain.com was available. And it was like, I think it was like $100 or something. And I didn't have my credit card. I didn't remember it. So I went back the next day And I went to go buy it, and the new ticket price was $87,000 for Flychain.com. And I guess there was a GoDaddy or Google domains must have some algorithm in the background that jacks up when people start searching for it. So that's why we have flychain.us and not .com. But we like the name enough.
I was going to ask you that too next.
Yeah.
Gosh, 87,000. Wow,
yeah,
that's
and
amazing.
It's up to like 300,000 now. I should have just bought the domain name, man.
And then sold that website, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So again, Ethan and Jaime, where can they reach you? Again, before I ask you that, by the way, I'm sorry, I should have asked you this. What is the biggest challenge that other home health agencies that you're seeing? I mean, aside from, obviously, I need payroll help. That's the reason why you guys are here. Aside from payroll and aside from everything, what are the common challenges that you're seeing, and how do you think this home health agencies or other clinicians or practitioners or owners, how are they turning it around, or are you just giving them the solution to it?
Yeah. So it's been really kind of amazing these last couple of months, being able to talk to so many prospective customers, home healthcare agencies that either have problems or don't. The biggest two that always arise are cash flow, which is what we are solving with our first product, and the second is that hiring, attracting talent, and then I think more importantly, retaining talent. And we've looked at a lot of the data that suggests losing an employee, has a really big impact, because not only do you have to hire someone else and potentially train them and onboard them, and it's just a big, what we call an opportunity cost. And so the first solution is addressing that cash flow issue and really enabling these customers to grow new census and keep their lights on in a very, very efficient way. The second piece, leveraging the payroll solution and that, earned wage access, giving our customers, the agencies, the ability to provide some bonuses and actually give the money that they've already earned upfront to their employees that, don't get paid enough, in our opinion. And so giving them access to cash without an ATM fee, as an example, is one way we hope to do that. I think those are the two biggest issues. The other thing that, we're interested to see how it'll play out, and this is more kind of like in the industry, I guess, is, Medicare is not going to be reimbursing as much. And we've seen wages in this space go up for the shortage that we've experienced. And so if you think about what kind of paradigm that creates, revenues going down, your payroll costs are going up. And so we're hopeful that this solution's coming to the market at the right time to help further alleviate a lot of those cash flow issues. And these are things that we've gleaned from conversations with our partners and clients. And, if you have other problems, please reach out to us, because our whole mission here is to solve the problems, and with a laser focus on this space, which is something we care deeply about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Ethan hit the nail on the head. Like cash flow and then attracting and retaining the best staff. One of the other like pretty big consequences of losing good staff is for example, like if they're on, if they're not familiar with the internal agency process, like with plan of care or with the billing side, like if you lose a key hire in one of those departments, like that could have significant implications for your billing and could actually backlog your business, right? Because if you're starting to make errors on the billing side, like that's going to push you back a few months where you might not have any revenue. So there are like even greater effects if you lose good staff, right? And we've done research. In 2020, the staff turnover rate in this space was like 65%, right, which is insanely high. Having said that, we speak to a lot of owners who are aware of this and do try their own solutions. Some of which we can help, some of which we're not sure yet how to help, but things like educating, providing like opportunities for their employees to stay educated, right? So that they're always learning and they feel like they're growing. Things like having a good culture, one in which like people feel like there's trust and respect. Also, making sure that fuel reimbursement's pretty generous is another important aspect that we've heard, because you don't want any staff having to pay it out of pocket, because that just eats into their take home pay. And various ones, but we're always learning, as Ethan said. If you're an agency owner or work at an agency and you have problems top of mind that we haven't covered, we would love to chat, because we think there's beautiful things, like when you bring together the world of technology, finance, and then healthcare as well, and there are solutions for almost every problem. So we're really excited to help solve a lot of the problems in this space.
Love what you said there. There are solutions to every problems there. So thank you for pointing that out. I have another question before I end this conversation. I know you guys are very busy. Of course, you guys are in Eastern time. How about those staffing agencies? Just like me, I don't own a home health agency. I do staffing for those home health agencies. Do you help them too? Because I know Bert and the rest of the group here, there's a lot of staffing, small staffing agencies like me, contracting with agencies. Do you also serve those? Because we don't bill in our staffing. We don't bill Medicare directly.
Exactly.
Our outpatient we do, but do you also help those staffing agencies?
100%. And I guess the distinction here is really on the kind of the finance side. To kind of break it down, staffing companies, right? Staffing agencies have to pay their employees every 2 weeks or every week, whatever it may be. And in the normal world, outside of insurance, where factoring is very prevalent, maybe you are staffing 25 accountants at Walmart for a project that they've hired you to do. Well, Walmart is going to pay that in 6 months' time. And so what a traditional factoring company does is they'll buy that invoice from Walmart and say, here, staffing agency, here's the money up front today. We'll take the payment from Walmart in 6 months, but give you the money now so you can pay your employees. In the specific home healthcare agency, where we're starting in solving that problem that there really isn't a solution for today, is figuring out how to finance the insurance receivables. What you've just described is actually a little bit more simple, because the agency itself is just going to pay you with an invoice, and it has nothing to do with insurance. And so that's actually quite easy for us to really wrap our heads around and put a price on it. So yeah, to answer your question, 100%. And if you're in that boat, we'd love to talk to you as well.
There you go. Just wanted to clarify that, because we have lots of, therapists who are doing that too in our group, contracting with different agencies. So thank you for clarifying that. But before I let you go, beautiful gentlemen, where can they reach you? Do you have any website? Well, obviously it's showing up already. Where your website, the email, social, what you call this, social media, Facebook or whatever. Do you have that? Your what do you call this? Your profile, something like that, Instagram or TikTok.
Believe it or not, we don't have a Flychain Instagram or TikTok yet, but maybe that will be in the works. I think you can reach us via email. That's probably the easiest. Ethan at flychain.us or Jaime at flychain.us. You can also find us on LinkedIn. That's a great way to get in touch. It's just our names. You'll see us there. I think that's probably the best way. And we're really excited to meet some folks within this community and see if we can help out. At the very least, come say hi and, get to know us a little bit, because we'd love to do the same.
Yeah, it's we love nothing more than speaking with everyone in the space. I have to say, I think both Ethan and I agree, we have explored and we've worked in many other aspects of fintech. The people in this space are just some of the loveliest people, some of the nicest, most open, friendly, good-hearted people. And so it is actually kind of it's just different from us. Everybody's so nice, and it's just
refreshing, and it makes us want to lean in and help more. And so that's where it's coming from.
Well, thank you, man. Because we're in healthcare, we are, the passion is just there. We like to help people, bring out the best in them. So you are correct. You know why? I used to work in pharmaceutical. Man, it's a dog eat dog world there. It's sales itself. I mean, I don't know what financial world, but the pharmaceutical sales business. Oh, good luck talking to someone. Good luck to talking to your not fellow, your competitor. You cannot. I mean, of course, you say hi, hello, civilly. Hello, how are you, competitor? Something like that. And it's just like and then at the back are like, "Wow," something like that, right? But in therapy, you get a competitor, like a next door clinic or whatever. We say hi, hello, and then hey, and then we refer out to each other.
Right.
If we got, I've got a complicated case, I'll refer it to someone else, like the clinic here. I refer to Sidelines to another therapy clinic here, or Dynamics to another sports clinic, and they would refer patients to me. Hopefully, they refer patients to me. But it's just in the nature in healthcare. So you're correct. Versus the financial, maybe even the banking industry. I was talking to
Yeah.
like a regional manager, and he was telling me, like what you said, most of the time people in the healthcare were patient and everything, hopefully, but yeah, thank mans for doing that. And thank you too for stepping up and doing this and helping out, healthcare workers like us. So before I let you go, guys, I already asked you where they can reach you and everything, but any last parting wisdom for our group, the Alternative Healthcare Career Group? We'll start with Jaime.
Any parting wisdom? I will say, like, what you mentioned around collaboration, and I know this is a theme that you've talked about in your podcast before, but it this space, I'm sure everybody knows, it moves really quickly. Like, CMS are always changing their systems. It's tough, can be tough to stay on top of regulation. And so what we've heard and what we've seen to be incredibly helpful in this space is that willingness to constantly collaborate with others. And so you're never like stuck in your own silo. Like, even if, you don't view the other, don't view the other folks, other businesses as competitors, but ways that, you can get together and like stay on top of the regulatory changes together, like share best practices. I feel like that's what we've seen people do to really stay on top of this industry. I mean, it's growing really quickly, but there are a ton of regulatory changes, and that can be difficult to stay on top of. So yeah, just collaboration, openness, willingness to pay it forward. You don't expect an immediate return, but maybe it will come back someday in the form of patient referrals. So yeah, I think that's something that we've seen work well.
Is my turn?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I think Jaime summed things up quite eloquently there, but I will say, Jaime and I just sit behind computers and talk on call, like phones and Zooms all day, and are building this company, but we're building it for the agencies and the employees that are serving people and doing much more important work than Jaime and I. So I would say parting words are, keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to try and help out and help your agencies grow, keep your finances more in order, and really just be here for a support system. So to take things off of their plate, specifically operationally when it comes to finances and accounting and payroll, because that work is much more important. You should focus as much time on that. And we're here to try and take as much of the burden on the back office nitty gritty stuff that no one likes to necessarily do. So that's what I would say.
That's really good. Yeah, that's totally agree with Ethan. It's like, a lot of people went into this industry because they wanted to take care of people on their own watch, right? On their own dime. And the last thing they wanted to do was be in spreadsheets all day, right? So we love that. We love the spreadsheet side. So let us do the spreadsheet side, and you can like focus on your patients.
So true. So true. Again, thank you very much, Ethan. Thank you very much, Jaime. Appreciate you guys. And thank you for stepping up and serving the healthcare industry. What are your backgrounds, by the way? I forgot to ask. You're like tech people?
Yeah. So after college, I worked in traditional finance, and that's where I kind of learned a lot of the sort of the backbone of what we're building. And then I switched over to the technology world, and have kind of been working in the startups, building companies ever since. And so, yeah, wow. We're on this journey together again now.
Yeah.
How about you, Jaime? What's your background? Maybe technology too?
That's exactly right. I did computer science in college, and then I worked
Oh,
at a tech company. So in the Valley, I actually on the Cash App.
mhm.
I'm not sure if you know the Cash App, and then built my own company. We were doing stuff for OFWs. So we were working to like stop exploitation of OFWs in Hong Kong,
Wow.
which was a really rewarding project, and worked on that for 5 years, and then moved back to the US and co-founded this company with Ethan, and it's been a blast, and it's been a great learning journey, and yeah, but that's all I can say really.
Good for you, man. Congrats. I thought you were Filipino. You were supposed to be either a nurse or a PT, right? Just kidding.
Oh man, dude, I got a lot of, yeah, my parents, when I first said I'm gonna start a company, it's like typical,
Like,
right?
yo, you got to be a nurse,
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like,
that. Maybe
yeah,
either be a nurse, a PT, or a doctor or so.
I
Well,
know,
anyway,
man.
guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? Don't forget to continue to push forward. I know you're going to encounter a lot of challenges along the way, but you just keep pushing forward, okay? But before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, always remember the word fast, FAST, letter F. Find people that will bring out the best in you because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So today I hang out with the awesome Ethan and Jaime. I feel like I want to be a Flychain now. I want to be like, whatever. I want to be like good looking guys like them too. Right? I wonder. I mean, look at the Jaime and Ethan. It's like really buff people. Look at me, man. My whole big face is occupying my camera. I have to back up a little bit just to, look like physically fit like them too, right? Well, anyway, find people that will bring out the best in you guys. All right, because again, like what I said, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Hang out with people who are amazing. Guess what? You're gonna be amazing too. Basketball players, they team up. They create super teams now. LeBron James teaming up with whoever, Russell Westbrook or Anthony Davis. They team up, and this is what Jaime and Ethan did. They teamed up. I wouldn't be able to open up my own small outpatient business, doing staffing business without teaming up, without finding people who will bring out the best in me. Find those people, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Next letter. Letter A. You got to learn how to take action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Jaime and Ethan and Flychain good if you don't take action. Take action by going to their website, flychain.us. All right, flychain.us, or check out, email Ethan. Ask Ethan. Ethan, are you single? Something like that. No, don't ask that, right? Or Jaime, are you single? Where you are in Hong Kong or something like that. But reach out to them. Take action. Email them. Say hi, hello. Go to their website. Read their website, or because the more you know about them, the more you understand them, right? Next letter is letter S. You share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. Obviously, right? Sharing is caring, right? It's so cheesy, Dr. Mike. But to be honest, it may not be applicable to you or to me, but it could be applicable to someone else. The reason why I'm doing this, it may not, like what I said, it may not be applicable to me, but the reason why I'm doing it, it could be applicable to someone out there. People who can watch. Oh, I need these services. All right, I need this the help of flychain.us whatever .com. No, it's not .com. That's .us, right? So it could be, share it, share and subscribe. Next letter is letter T. Is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Jaime and Ethan is doing. They're gonna teach you how to understand the business of whatever they doing. Is it's not loan. It's helping you find that extra funding for how to start your own business. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you, my Facebook friends. Be awesome, be great, be excellent, and I'll see you on our next episode. Bye-bye.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.